Yo guys, what's up? Here I am playing an alpha demo for Drift Stage by Super System. It kind of reminds me of like if Hotline Miami met Initial D. Pretty simple. Like I said, only an alpha demo. It says alpha demo time trial right there. Nothing else is done at the moment. Alpha 0.1. I remember seeing earlier gameplay footage and it looked different than this. No countdown, just starts right on there. There's my two ghosts. They're faster than me. As you can see, a very stylish looking game. Pretty simple controls. I'm using a gamepad here. Left stick to drive as standard. And oh no, I hit the wall. That's not good. This is a PS3 I'm using. Right trigger is gas, also pretty common. And left trigger is brake, going into a turn, letting up on the gas, off the gas, letting up off the gas, and pressing down on the brake. We'll begin a drift. This is very arcadey. This ain't no Forza, or whatever other simulation that games there are. Car racing online. You then drift around the corner by actually just pivoting your car with your control stick. Very little... Jesus Christ, I should stop talking, I'm doing horrible here. There's very little actual kind of drift mechanics besides just doing that. Your car pivots pretty much around the center. Like, easily. Damn, this is the big final corner, and it is a doozy. Got the awesome 80s music blaring in the background. Not a very good time, a whole 8 seconds behind, but now that I've caught up to a starting speed, not starting from zero like I did at the very start, I can kinda try and do good actually. I have no idea how. That is a CPU a ghost. I should say not bot, because a bot might imply it being a physical manifestation. Look at this, we're all very close together. Oh, I was late getting out of the drift in the last that turn. Not last turn now, because it's now technically like 2 turns back. Oh, I'm screwed. It's very hard to talk about racing games because they require a lot of focus, and you can even pretty much see what's happening. Oh my god, I'm doing horrible. Yeah. Oh baby, just hang in there. Look at that overtake. Will I keep it up? Beautiful. Yeah, look at that. I did not expect to get a personal best by, oh wow, that's actually quite a bit, by almost 1.5 seconds by the looks of things. That's huge. Plus, I came out faster, hence the full 1.5 seconds off in the final turn. And now, I start the time trial faster, which means I have a better chance of doing good. But they're definitely right on my ass. I'm trying to drive very conservatively and make sure I don't pointlessly throw away my lead. Oh! Barely hung on to that. Almost kicks the back end against the backboard. Wow, this is definitely, yeah, of course this is my best race so far. It's a personal best. I might even beat intermediate bot, which would be pretty darn awesome. No! God. Wow, I really somehow... That is crazy. I have no idea how I was able to keep... I cannot believe I was able to keep speed that high while going through that last turn. Not much to say about this game other than just how I'm not used to playing quite as arcadey races to this. Oh no! One thing I don't like is how easy it is to stop drifting. That leads to things like that. Usually you have to do some kind of countermeasure in order to stop drifting in, real life, or at least in, more racing sims. You can't just straighten yourself out like that. It does! Oh, that was bad. It does make it easier to take, just drift around simple corners without sacrificing a heck of a lot. I'm just doing more. I'm not even trying anymore, I'm just talking. But it just kind of snaps and it feels a little stiff coming out of the drift. Of course, this is an alpha demo, so who knows if that will be addressed. I'm hoping and expecting he will. I assume it's a key, I don't know. Super System. I'm assuming Super Systems will work on just kind of tuning that up a bit before their final release. I think they are planning a Kickstarter sometime this week. I don't think it hasn't gone live at the time of this recording, and this I hope not, because they didn't even have it on their site advertised, and if they didn't have it advertised on their site, that'd just be silly. It does feel great just to go around the corner smooth. Oh my god. Intermediate bottle, you are just killing me here. But no, I'm still barely hanging on to that lead. Can't even imagine what happens when you go up against... Oh, that was bad. That was... I just cost myself everything. I was gonna say, my personal best hasn't caught up yet, so that's okay, but no, he's leaving me behind. Much better line. What was I saying? Oh jeez, I can't remember. Anyway, another thought. This kind of reminds me of Nitronic Rush was 90s. This, if you've never played Nitronic Rush, I definitely recommend checking it out. Was like a small game made by some DigiPen students, I believe it was. Some college group, I believe it was DigiPen, but I can't say for certain at the moment because I can't look it up anymore. But it's very stylish, like I said. This feels 80s. It kind of feels like well, it's weird because it feels like a 90s racing game, kind of with 80s aesthetics, right? Whew, look at that. That was a beautiful. Yeah, this has more of the 80s. Nitronic Rush kind of has more 90s, even though it's kind of reminds me of just Tron. Oh, Jesus. Take the wheel, Jesus. Come on, game on. Ooh, beautiful. Beautiful. Took him back to the lead on that. Barely avoided that edge. I didn't have to drift, so my grip times can often be better than drift. Although that's in real life, so I don't know how that transfers. Yeah, we got this. No! How? Oh god, that is tough. New personal best. But damn! That intermediate ghost can just wreck that final turn in a way I have no idea. That was too early. It was way too early into that. Oh, that was too late. Somehow, but probably because I was too late, I was able to keep a little bit of extra. I don't know how I'm still keeping ahead. Oh, I'm just all over the road. Yeah, I don't like how it's kind of awkward that. Oh god, that was just. I don't even know that happened. When I'm done, I can just kind of have a nice Sunday drive. I don't even know. No, I don't like how easy it is to actually start a drift. Right? It's very easy just to, because it's just brake when you're not accelerating, which is usually how you brake. That was just straight into the wall. Also, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like that really big bump is a little bit harsh. It's a little bit too close, but maybe that's just me wanting to really push it right onto that barrier. So, I'm doing good though. Somehow staying ahead of the pack. Oh god, I was a little late coming out of that. I thought I did, but I didn't come out of the drift. God, I actually didn't lose a heck of a lot of speed there, which is surprising. Oh! Once again, I had trouble coming out of that drift. Wow, on the map, but they're like, they're literally on top of me, which I doubt. Oh, I'm blasting ahead of them. This is great, because I don't think I'm doing that great. Oh, here they come. Here they come. Here he comes. Here both of them come. God, that final turn is really a killer. Oh man, that just 0.4 second for 3. Oh. That's no surprise. That's no surprise. Anyway, I might actually continue playing this demo. I plan to record a bit more today because this is pretty darn short, eh? But yeah, I definitely recommend checking out Drift Stage by Super Systems. When I first saw this game, I must admit I was actually pretty hesitant because it just didn't look very nice. Like, it looks good, I mean, but one thing that I'm pretty sure I noticed between earlier trailers that made me really not like how this game looked is if you notice when I drift, my front tires are at an angle. I remember not seeing that in earlier versions. So, oh jeez, that was bad. Big drift's coming up pretty soon. But you see, like, I'm not steering when there's no smoke. The tire's still at an angle, and I don't remember seeing that in earlier versions, and that really just helps bring overall visual aesthetics of it in line with what it kind of feels like. Well, I feel like it should have been. It's actually surprising how something like simple as that can actually impact how a game feels. You wouldn't think that literally just having the tire move impacts the feeling, but it honestly can. So, I was skeptical about this game when I first saw it, but no, I'm honestly impressed. It honestly feels pretty darn solid at this point. And yeah, I look forward to seeing how the full version stacks up. There seems to be a lot of options. It would be really awesome. Yeah, I'm just talking and it's hard to control. There's some chances from some really epic drift battles in the multiplayer. That's going to be awesome. A lot of other stuff. I'm hoping that they'll have actual mode, not just this time trial against ghosts, so you can, barely pull ahead on the inside or outside curve, just barely not scraping his car. Some crazy initial D shiatsus. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed me taking a look at this, and I hope if you take a look at this, you enjoy it yourself. And, yeah, thanks so much for watching. Feel free to subscribe, like, comment, favorite, even dislike, and leave a negative comment if you're just that kind of person. And, until next time.